Folio Group.
Theatrical media.
Waitress.
Sugar, butter, flour.
Patty and Emily, thoughts and comedy from Broadway super fans. From Broadway super fans.
I actually feel really weird about this show because I feel like the first time I saw it, I sort of was like, oh my god, I love it. There's this one thing that I hate, but I love it.
Right.
And then the second time I went to go see it, I had more time to like ponder it, and the more the part I didn't like pissed me the fuck off and made it hard for me to like, because I think the first time I just ignored it.
Well, and because you didn't know it was coming. Just, it's so glaring that it's really frustrating, especially because it's not glaring to everyone.
Right. Yeah. Because it's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first time we saw it, when the show started, I had one of those musical theater moments where the show is starting and you're like, I'm going to love everything. I love it all. I love it all. I have this feeling that's just like, butter, sugar, flour. And I was like, I'm going to love this show so much. I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. And then I loved like 80% of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still love it, but it's like, it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
Even in a musical that has an entirely female creative team, they wrote a scene where a man harasses a woman at work, and he's a sweet, potentially unassuming, a little weird guy, and he's played by Christopher Fitzgerald, and he sings a song about how I'm never ever leaving you alone, and that's what love is. And because he's played by Christopher Fitzgerald, and it's played for laughs, it's okay. It's supposed to be okay.
I think it's just an example of how pervasive sexism is. That people are like, women wrote this musical. And I was like, oh my god, women wrote this part where one of their central characters is being harassed at her workplace, and the show is telling us that that is a good thing.
Well, and I think one of the things that frustrates me so much is that if you gave that character a different song and changed the scene slightly, it wouldn't be an issue.
Well, there's absolutely no reason for it.
Right.
Especially because you have her verbally in those exact words saying, I told you, I never want to see you again. Yeah. Why are you here? Please leave.
And then
she fucking says,
but I'm Christopher Fitzgerald and I'm adorable. And love is never ever leaving you. I don't know how the song goes.
You're never ever 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 getting rid of me. That's what it was. Great, so she is a stalker.
That's like, and this is really, I was talking to someone else who saw the show and was like, felt the same way we did after seeing it the first time, where you're like, but these, whatever. And you're like, now picture Nick Cordero's character singing that song.
And that's so funny. But it's still just like any piece of art that tells us that you can wear someone down, that harassing them means they like you, that persistence, if they say no, just keep trying, and then you'll find out that you both are super into Revolutionary War reenactments and that it's true love.
And you could have gotten there without what happened.
There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. It's lazy.
Especially because they ended up having so much in common and being a good match. That's just frustrating because, again, it's not like an American in Paris where it was just sort of two bland people who got together. There were character traits and interests in common that they could have gotten there.
They could have cut that whole fucking song and gone to the end of the song where they both find out that they love the same stuff. And then they're like, oh my god, we like each other.
Right.
Then you can still play out her anxiety disorder.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And he can still be a weirdo, but don't have him be a creepy stalker.
It's not okay.
Write Christopher Fitzgerald a new song. I mean, it's not going to happen. But when it tours, take that song out.
Yeah.
Write a different song. I mean, I can't say it cancels out all the good, because it doesn't, but it certainly doesn't, but it really adds a mixed message in where the rest of the show is like really trying to talk about people having healthy relationships.
Right. Well, yeah, and also actually seeing it the second time, then I was like looking at even the relationship between the three women and the stuff that's written in there that's just really stereotypical and isn't, I personally think, traits of people that are actually good close friends of each other, where they're like helping her do her online profile and stuff, and they're like encouraging her to lie and not put her real stuff, and telling her basically to not be true to herself, to sell herself on the internet to meet men, which is like,
which I think is like
not
like trying to be a joke, but it's again not a good. I really liked, even though that song was terrible, all of the music itself was Cerebrellus. You did it.
The music, the score is really wonderful.
Really great musical theater writing from a pop songwriter.
Yes.
It's really, really great. Even that song, like, minus the message, good charm song. Yeah. Where it is, how it sounds, the feel of it, just less stocky.
But, like, we got the opening number, perfect opening number, 11 o'clock number, like, all that sex song I loved.
Yep.
Great songs.
Really great.
Good supporting songs, cute little old man song.
Yeah, cute little old man song.
You know?
Yeah, all the notes. Hitting all the notes. Each lady had a delightful song.
Right.
Could have used an Eric Anderson song, but I get why not.
I really like the set.
The set was really nice.
It worked really well. I really loved where the band was, and the fact that sometimes in the scenes, the band members
or like diner
are like sitting in the diner, like hanging out and talking. I really liked that.
I liked that too.
That was super cute.
And I thought, like, there weren't too many locations, but the non-diner locations were well done, because sometimes when you just have a couple other sets, those can look a little cheap. But the apartment set and the doctor set were both great.
I love the sex shenanigans song sequence between Drew and Jessie.
It's so good with Angél Dawson, like, just being great.
She's the best.
She was so good.
Felt like Nick Cordero's character was a little, like, there wasn't much of a storytelling, like, they did him a disservice not showing his side of the cycle of violence, because they show her side, like showing that scene with her mom being abused, that he is also in a cycle of violence. He is also reacting to things that happened when he was a child. So I felt, I don't know, in the final scene when she tells him to go away, and it's like so triumphant for her, and for him, it also like made me feel sad, because all I could imagine, I was like, he is not going to heal. Like, she's going to heal from this and make better choices, and he is going to become more hurt and make worse choices and hurt more people around him, because he still doesn't know how to process his emotions. And, like, that made me sad, because it just vilifies him and doesn't give him... Which, like, obviously he's the villain, but, like,
and
you have to have
it's hard to go into all of that. I think the closest they got to it was the scene when he finds the money and he, like, screams at her, "You're the only thing I ever loved."
Right.
And first of all, interesting that I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he says, that he says thing, not, like, person. Maybe I'm wrong, but, and, like, so how he's loving her is how he knows how to love.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. He doesn't know any better, and he's abused.
Yeah.
And she's abused. And neither of them know how to make have a healthy relationship, have a stable relationship, and violence is part of what both of them understand about relationships. And clearly neither of them were taught it, given a sex education.
Right.
So, there's, rape.
Yeah.
Oof, Jessie Mueller, I give her a Tony Award for just the look on her face when he was carrying her into the bedroom. Tony Award for just that look. That look. There was so much in it. There was layers for days.
I mean, certainly in a musical, I would guess the first, like, spousal rape at least acknowledged that that's what's happening in a musical.
The Color Purple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I take it back.
Jessie Mueller.
Oh, Jessie Mueller.
Perfect. I think she was perfect and, like, great and perfect in this, and also then she gave this character such a good base that I want every single fucking actress to play.
Yeah, and it's such a, like, a not fun character, but it's the kind of character that you can really make your own.
Yeah, absolutely. You have tons of room to play with that character. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
She's universal, guys.
Unfortunately. She's so good. And she sings this score like it's like her voice.
Yes.
You know what I mean though?
Yes.
This is
Right, because of her history of what we know from her on Broadway, she is altering her voice to mimic people or mimic certain noises, and this is like Jessie Mueller unleashing her Broadway voice on us.
Yeah, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. The rhythm to her speech was very specific to the character, and I loved it. Yeah. I loved the way she talked, her sentence patterns. I love when she's like, I'm gonna kiss you!
Yeah.
Although I have to say that scene also is she calls him out for his stalker behavior. Yeah. But then you're also telling us that, like, you're telling us that the behavior is okay because she likes him. You know? Yeah. Same thing with Kimiko. You're telling us that the behavior is okay because she decides she likes him. And it's okay that he, you know, tricked her into coming into the office early and all that creepy stuff. Where if it was Nick Cordero and he could easily have, like, tricked her to come in early to rape her, and then who would have believed her? Right. All that shit. But then it's okay because she does like him. And Keala settle. Sastress. Great. She's really delightful. Really enjoyed her. She was fantastic. She had such nice moments with Jessie where her character was, like, trying to make Jenna aware of the fact that friends stay. Yeah. You know? Like, she had so many moments where she's like, honey, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. Like, we're friends. I'm here for you. And she's like, what? You can leave now. You know?
Don't worry about me.
Like, they had some really nice...
I don't expect anyone to stay around for me.
Right. Yeah. And she's like, girl, here.
And just nice. Facial acting.
Her timing.
Right?
Her timing, I love her so much because she, like, measures her time and is clearly very aware and reads her audience every night and chooses when she says her lines. Yep. For the most laugh. She's great. She's fantastic.
And whales.
For days.
Yeah.
Kimiko Glenn.
Yay!
She was freaking great.
She's delightful.
She can just stay right here on Broadway and be in all the shows.
Yes.
She was so funny and adorable.
She's got a great voice.
Yeah. Fantastic little voice.
Really great voice.
Yes. Sing more. Drew Gehling.
Oh, Drew Gehling.
My favorite part was when he ripped the
prescription
pad. Great physical comedy.
Really great physical comedy.
Nick Cordero. I mean, it's such a tough role.
Yeah, it really is a tough role.
Also because it's like a villain role, but it's not completely played up to be a villain.
Yeah,
so
it's not like comedic.
Yeah, and also you don't get the... I don't know. You don't... Like, he didn't get the, like, boo at the curtain call.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know.
That's what really makes a villain. I mean, he got to sing a song. And I really love his voice, so that's good.
Good body language.
Yeah.
Great physicality for that character. Eric Anderson.
Eric Anderson?
We love him.
I love Eric Anderson.
Great chemistry with Keala Settle.
Just great.
Fantastic.
Physicality. What he made that character out of.
That scene where he literally has no words. Yeah. That scene where he literally has no words, and it's like a 2-minute scene of just him.
Yeah. Ugh.
I really hope that when it gets licensed, they don't make it like white Jenna, Asian Dawn, Hawaiian, or I'm sure they'll go with like brown person for Becky. Like,
it really.
All ethnicities, all characters, guys.
There's no reason. It's like also sort of like an anytime. It's now times. And I think there were maybe a few references, but, like, it wasn't, like, if then, where people had phones. And,
I don't think there was any phones.
So it's sort of contemporary, but not super. So it can just, you do have fun, be creative, cast the best person, and look farther than you would look normally.
From Broadway super fans.
Waitress.
It's all sugar propaganda.